Okay.
Okay, all right, so we're set now. Okay, so basically your complaint is just that you have this increased kyphosis thing, this excessive rounding of the back, right?
Right. And I get like, well, for the last couple of weeks too, but this like intermittent glute pain, like
Glute in
what
your butt,
sometimes
you mean?
quad. What's that? I'm
In
sorry.
the butt area?
Yeah. I'll touch a spot that really hurts. And then I was doing the stretches in the book, and when I stretched it out, it went away.
Yeah, but that stretching doesn't affect the actual
Yeah.
cause of a symptom, which is a force deficit problem, either a weakness or an imbalance.
Right.
So you have to do strengthening. All right, well, do you want to try to focus right now? Just try to get the upper back going in the right direction?
Yeah, I want to fix the kyphosis. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
That's the big thing right now. Okay, so let me see you. What is this on your phone or a laptop? What are you on right now?
Phone. It's on my phone.
Okay, put the phone down so you can step away from it and I can see you. I want to just look at you and get this on video.
Okay. All right.
But can you point it down a little further? Just point the camera down a little bit further, not much, just a little. There you go. Okay, that should do it.
Let's see if I can. It's a little better.
Yeah, just move 2 or 3 steps away from the phone if you can. Right there. There you go. Good. And there's what is that? Is that a window right behind you?
There's one behind me and in front.
To your left side. Is that a light? To your left.
Left and right.
No, look to your left. Look to your left. Keep looking to your left. Keep looking. On that wall. What's on that wall?
That's a door.
To the left of the door. What's that? Oh, that's light coming in from the window?
It's a lamp.
Oh yeah, can you lower that? It is extremely bright. It's making it impossible for me to see. There you go. Perfect. That's it. Now it's good. Okay, good. All right, so now let me see you. So just look forward. Do you have that like a scrunchie to put your hair up towards the back of your head?
Yep, I can do that.
Good. I mean, just from an initial look, I mean, I've certainly seen people who are in much worse levels of kyphosis.
I feel like I've been trying for a very long time and I'm conscious of it, but I'm not strong enough to hold it all day.
Yeah.
I know that it's always,
Yeah. Ah, there you go. Okay. You mind if I'm just going to try and take a picture? I want to show you something. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty aware of it, but it would be good if we do a before and after picture. Will be really good. Okay, just look forward. And just have your arms at your side and just be fully relaxed. Okay, good. So if you were to look at this picture, come and just look in the camera. I mean, there's no question that your ear is in front of your shoulder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it should be in line with your shoulder, right? It should be vertical. And you can kind of see clearly the mass of your head is in front of your cervical spine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we want to, that's the big thing, is to correct those concepts. Okay?
Right.
Okay. So do you have a resistance band with you?
I do.
By the way, did you also have pain, or is it primarily just the kyphosis thing is bothering you? Do you have pain in the neck or the mid-back?
Primarily the kyphosis. Sometimes if I stand too long, the left side, because I guess that's where the curve goes to, I get like it feels like someone's got their elbow.
Right.
And if I stand too long, I have to sit.
Okay.
Like if I stand like almost an hour. Like
and turn around and show me where you're feeling that feeling. Show me that area.
It's right here.
Whoop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's right. Don't worry.
All right. It's right here. Like
yes. Okay.
Right.
Got it. All right. So let me show you something which will make everything kind of make sense. So if we're looking at this here, right? Here's your head, here's your shoulder blade, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right here is this huge muscle. This is the lower trapezius muscle. And this is the muscle that goes all the way down. It's attached to the thoracic spine, all the way down to the bottom of the rib cage. All the way down to the bottom of the rib cage. So think about this. Your head is supposed to be over your cervical spine. The more it goes forward, the more there's a weight that has to be supported, it's falling forward, so something has to pull back, right? So now
Right.
look at this. This muscle is attached from all of this thoracic spine to the shoulder blade. So if this was the stable side and this is the mobile side, it literally could grab your shoulder blade and pull it down your back.
Right.
Well, if this is connected, if this spine of the scapula is connected to your head by these muscles, that would be like taking these muscles and pulling back.
Right.
So clearly the position of the head forward is going to be directly associated with the strength of your lower trap.
Okay.
Most
Makes
people
sense.
don't even know they have a lower trap.
Yeah.
When you are standing too long and you get pain, you're getting pain in your lower trap.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the
I
thing
didn't
we're
know what that
talking
muscle
about.
was, but yeah.
Right. Okay, so that should now make sense between the connection of the forward head posture and where you're getting your pain if you stand for an hour.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to strengthen this muscle, strengthen this muscle, strengthen the rotator cuff and the muscle of the part of the tricep that passes to the shoulder.
Okay.
Everything in the back, and it's going to pull your shoulders back and down, which is going to pull the head back. And after this series of exercises, if you've done them correctly, we should be able to take a picture, and even your posture already should look different.
Okay.
All right. All right. So let's start. Okay. So the first exercise, we're going to take the band. We're going to attach it to a leg of the chair, either side, because you're going to do both sides.
Okay.
So I have it attached on the left side here.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm sitting in a chair. I am going to stick my butt all the way forward in the chair. I'm going to be leaning back as far as I can. Then I'm going to take my arm. I'm going to put it out 45-degree angle to the side. 90 degrees is right to my side. This is 45-degree angle. My elbow straight. My hand is pointing in. And my hand is at eye level. I'm going to start to bring my arm towards my ear until the upper arm is in line with my cheek. You've gone way too far. You've gone way, way too far. Right. There you go. Now come down to here. To the point where the hand is at eye level. Now up until the upper arm's in line with my cheek. Now down to the eye level. Now up to there. Okay, keep going. Up, you went too high again. Down to the eye level, up to where the upper arm is in line with the cheek. Good. Now come down.
Okay, got it.
Come down. Good. Keep going slowly, slowly. Okay, that's 6. Do 4 more. 7. That looks good. Keep going. 8. 9. 10, and rest. Okay, relax now. So now I'm going to ask you, how hard was that resistance? 0 to 10. 10 feels like you're going to tear a muscle. 0 is nothing. 8 would feel like if I said, could you do an 11th or 12th? You'd say yes, but it would be hard. 5 feels like if I said, could you do 15 or 16? You'd say yes. So give me a
5.
number here. 5?
5.
Okay. So that means that you're working at like 50% of your maximum effort. To really cause muscle to respond and grow, you have to start with an exertion level of 80% of your maximum effort. So that tells you that wherever you just grabbed it, that wasn't enough resistance. So you're going to grab it a little bit lower on the next set to try to create a greater sense of resistance. We're going to do the 10 repetitions. Don't let go of it after you're done with the set. You got to keep your hand where it was. And we're going to see, can we create that exertion level of 8? If we can, that's going to be your start resistance. So you're going to mark on the band where your hand is. And you know that's the resistance that allows you to get 80% of your maximum effort for the exercise. Now, your muscle's going to adapt. because you're causing it to adapt to greater resistance than it's used to. So eventually it's going to make muscle mass. And at some point in the next couple of weeks, it's going to feel more like an exertion level of 5, which is 50% of your maximum effort. You could do 15 or 16. At that point, you're now going to grab a little bit lower, 2 inches lower on the band, and that becomes your new start point. That's now brought it back up to an exertion level of 8. You stay with that location until it goes down to an exertion level of 5. Then you grab it an inch or 2 lower again. It goes back up to an exertion level of 8. Stay there till it becomes an exertion level of 5. That's progressive resistance. That's how you make muscles stronger.
So you wouldn't switch to like a heavier band until.
But you don't have to initially because you've got multiple areas along the band. You could still keep using the band and move your hand 4 to 6 inches.
Okay.
So you could get 3 to 4 progressions before you have to worry about going to a heavier resistance level, a thicker band. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So now let's try and do another set and try to grab it a little bit lower than where you were initially. Okay. Straighten your arm out, put it up at eye level, 45-degree angle to the side. Hand is at eye level. Start to bring your hand towards your ear until the upper arm's in line with the cheek. And now go back down. Up. Don't go too low. Never go below eye level. Good. Now come up higher. Come up until that upper arm's in line with your cheek. Is that in line with your cheek? I can't tell. Okay, good. That's good. Now go back down. That's 3. Keep going. 4. This looks good. Okay, keep going. 5. And you should kind of feel on that chair the shoulder blade going down the back as you're doing it. 6. 7. 8. Don't let that hand go below eye level. 9. Keep that hand coming up to the line of the cheek. Come up. Well, that's not high. You lost the height. Look at your hand, arm. When the upper arm is in line with your cheek, that's as high as you go. Try one more. Come up. Up, 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 up. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Right to about there. That's it. Now come down, relax. That's the full range. You got to do this exactly the way it's intended.
So come up to eye level, and then I can
When
go all the way up.
from eye level, my hand is at eye level, to when the upper arm is in line with my cheek.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, stop, rest. You did that.
I
How
can feel
hard was
it.
that exertion level?
I can feel it
You think
more
it's
than the
closer
first
to,
time.
you think it's closer to an 8, or you still think it's less than an 8? If I said, could you do an 11 or 12 rep, do you think you could do it, but it would be hard, or do you think you still could do like 15 or 16 reps?
I could do 11 or 12. It would be a little bit harder. But I
Okay,
could
so
do
don't
it.
go don't change your hand position. Leave your hand
Okay.
exactly where it is on that band. Just take a
Okay.
rest. We're gonna wait a minute, and then we're gonna try another set.
Okay.
You're starting to get some of the principles down?
Yeah.
Now, don't worry, because it's being recorded. No, you don't have to memorize anything. You're gonna get this tomorrow, and you're gonna watch it over and over again. Even when
Okay.
you're not exercising, because you're gonna want to understand the theories behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
Then, when you're ready to do your exercise again, you're gonna do it watching it. We're gonna
Okay.
say, okay, you're gonna start. So you're watching yourself in the picture, and you're doing it with yourself, right? That's how you know you're gonna do it correctly. You're gonna mimic
Right.
exactly what you're doing in here.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's how you really try to make sure that you're doing things accurately enough to get the results you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I've had this a long time. I'll do anything to get this corrected. It is just like it's a constant. I'm always like looking and watching
Yeah.
and making sure I'm
Yeah.
trying to stand. But obviously, like I said, my muscles aren't strong enough. So
Right.
when I used to be sitting at a desk, I would get really bad back pain, like right by the flank,
Sure.
so bad that I was like almost in tears.
Because you're
I'm like, I
hunching
can't
over
do
the
this.
desk. It's creating a forward force that has to be absorbed by muscles in the back. And you did nothing to strengthen those muscles, so they just strain.
Right. And then they give you muscle relaxers.
Yeah, well, you gotta just walk away from the medical establishment.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
They're nothing more than an attempt to sustain people for life. You know, getting
Yes.
their treatments, their medications, and basically keeping you on the roll so that they could make money forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, and right, like you said, they make money whether you get better or not, and they know that they have a customer for life because you're going to
Correct.
keep coming back with pain.
That's right. That's the sickness of the system. That's why the goal is to get everyone to recognize you got to leave the system. The only way the system is ever going to be changed is if they're forced to change. The only way anyone who makes money is forced to change is stop them from making money.
Yeah,
Way to make them not make money is use my method exclusively. That's it.
they don't tell you anything about strengthening. It's do the door stretch and then just try to put something behiand your back.
Right.
What they
It's
tell
all
you.
foolishness. There's no one. The reason why they can't tell you anything is because they don't know. That's the sad reality. They don't know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about right now, what I'm teaching you. You have to have a very vast understanding of biomechanics, kinetics, kinematics. There's so many different sciences, and I'm very fortunate that I was given a brain capable of learning this on my own. That's really what makes this me, is that I'm self-taught, 100% self-taught.
Yeah, they
That's
don't know, and they told me don't go to the gym because you'll hurt yourself. Maybe do Pilates, but the gym is great, but not for you. It's like,
It's insane, insane. It's the one thing you need is to strengthen the appropriate muscles to allow you to function in a way where you have optimal positioning of your joints and optimal length of your muscle. That's the only way you're ever going to resolve your situation. You
yeah,
have to use some form of strength training,
I agree.
just the way it is. All right, let's try your last set on this one. Let's see if you can pull this off. Just the way you just showed me. Try to get it. That's it. Yup. Yes. This is looking great. That looked great.
Okay.
So now
Good.
let's see you stand up a second. Let's look at your shoulders. Stand in front of the camera.
Put you back over here.
Yep. And now stand there. Face me. No, just face me straight on.
Should I put my hair up again?
Yeah, keep your hair up the whole time. Because we're going to be constantly looking at stuff.
Just get something. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now on that last set, what do you think that exertion level was? You think it was still an 8 or did it feel a little easier?
No, I think it was still.
An 8? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look to your left. Now look to your right. Which do you think is easier? Does it feel any different?
It's a little tighter, it feels on the left.
Correct. Okay, so then you did achieve the goal. So what happened was the lower trap pulls the left shoulder down. What that does is it lengthens the distance that the levator scapular and the upper trap have to travel on the left side. By having that more range, that more extension of the muscle, the vertebrae are freer to move. So that's why you could look to your right easier.
Okay.
So you could feel right now, you could look to your right easier, correct?
Yes.
You have more range of motion. You can clearly see it, right?
Yeah.
So I would suggest that sounds like you did work the lower trap correctly. So now put the band on the right side. We're going to do 3 sets on the right.
Okay.
So there is never going to be confusion as to whether you're achieving your goals. It's not me saying, do you think you're stronger? You think you're getting results? There are clear indicators whether muscles are getting stronger because muscles are responsible for range of motion, for posture, for movement, right? So if you're seeing improvements in those, then you must be stronger.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You just did the left side, and right now, the turning to the right is easier. Now, if you do this on the right side, and you find now suddenly that it's about the same, that somehow now you can move farther on the left and the right, then clearly you've made two changes that could be associated with the experience you just had of changing your range of motion, right?
Right.
It is what it is. Okay, let's try it. Looks good. Nice. How'd it feel?
Feels good.
Okay. Again, you think you could do an 11th or 12th, or you think you could do 15 or 16?
I could do 11 or 12. Yeah.
Not the 15 or 16, you don't think?
I probably could if I pushed it, but
Yeah, okay. All right, so don't change your hand position yet. When you're ready to do the next set, just move your hand maybe an inch lower on the band. Just go closer to its attachment, just like an inch, maybe one. No, don't go yet. You got to wait a minute.
oh, okay.
You have to wait a minute in between each set. So you're building up lactic acid during the bout of the exercise. So after the exercise, you have to allow the muscle to let that lactic acid deplete,
Okay.
allowing you to have all your muscle mass available.
Okay. I stopped the kettlebell.
Good. Yeah, that's dangerous. Right now, especially. You're not ready for something like that. You need to condition yourself first. Then you can do activities.
Then you could do stuff. Yeah. Because
Sure.
I'd like to go back to the gym or just I have stuff at home. I'd like to, I want to just start a routine.
Yeah, basically just get organized. Get your muscles organized. And then you could do anything. You want to play golf, you want to play tennis, you want to do kettlebells, whatever you want to do. At least you're conditioned to do it. You're less susceptible to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Doing the thing more doesn't make you stronger. It doesn't make you more apt to be able to do it. You might be able to improve your technique slightly, but ultimately, either you have the force output or you don't. And if you don't, you're going to shrink.
Yeah.
You always got to start with making sure you have the strength and balance to do what you want to do. Then you can always raise the quality of how you do it by improving your technique. Right?
Right.
All right, you ready? Let's go. Try next set. Nice. Nice job, man. I like it. I think that looks good. How did that feel with that resistance?
Good.
You feel like you're working it?
What's that?
You feel like you're working the muscle pretty good?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
again, if you're leaning all the way back, you got your butt all the way forward, you're leaning all the way back. You should feel that shoulder blade. That's what you want to feel, that shoulder blade going down your back as your arm is being raised. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, take a rest. We'll just do a minute.
I felt it.
Good. Good, good, good. How long have you been? I mean, you've been in contact with me for a long, long time, right?
I know. And I kept like saying, oh, maybe I could just like, I was trying to do, I used to go to a trainer in her house a couple of years ago. And for 8 months, I was doing, she didn't spot you or anything, but she used to train the police. So she did a thing in her house. And I was doing box jumps. I was running 50
Oh,
yards. And I'm like, and I was always sore though. My knees were always hurting. And when I bent down, my knees would hurt.
yeah.
And I knew because I'm not balanced. And
Yeah.
thank God I didn't get hurt. But I was doing everything that she was, weight.
That's crazy, man. That bullshit with the box jumps and stuff.
It's
Unless
horrible.
you plan on being a frog for a living, what's the point? I'm not sure what the
she'd
point
make you
is.
run 50 yards and it would be wet outside because it just rained. And then she'd say, go ahead, everybody do a box jump. I almost fell. I was like, this is crazy. I couldn't do half the, I mean, then it's like, and she didn't spot you. So
Wow.
most of the time you could be doing it wrong and she doesn't even,
Right.
I was like, I don't know how more people don't get hurt.
Well, when it comes to this CrossFit type of functional training stuff, like at least 50% to 60% of those that do it do end up getting hurt and stopping.
Yeah.
It's a very, very high
can't
percentage.
run either. I'm not a runner. So I can't believe I did what I did, but I always do feel better when I exercise. That's why once my muscles are in balance, I want to get into that again. I want to do something, because it's healthier.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want everyone to understand that the basis of everything is strength and balance. It doesn't matter what the activity is. You have to start with having the strength and balance. Basically, the force requirement, the force outputs of your muscles must be greater than the force requirements of the activities. That's where you got to start. Now, after that, then you could work on doing it and practicing the technique. Let's say you decided you want to do box jumps. That's fine, but you got to be conditioned to do it first. Then you could be effective at it. You're not going to hurt yourself. And it's got to start with that. I just had this conversation with this dude. I did this podcast, and he works with a lot of young kids, adolescent kids, high school kids. And, all these kids, because there's so much money in sports, so many more kids are trying to get into sports early. And the coaches are fabulous at understanding technique, but they don't understand conditioning. So usually you find the kid in the gym, the school gym, with some friends trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. They're killing themselves.
Yeah.
That's insanity. That's insanity.
That's crazy.
There has to be some coordinated way of teaching people how to exercise properly, how to strength train properly. And, that's really where I want to take this, regardless of whether it's the older population, whether it's the younger population, whether it's work related. Everything has a certain force requirement and requires muscles to have a certain force output. Doesn't matter if you're on a computer 10 hours a day. It doesn't matter if you're kicking a football. It doesn't matter if you're going to be on your knees 6 hours a day gardening. Everything has a force requirement, and everything requires the force outputs of the muscles to be equal to or greater than that, or you're going to have pain. Period.
Yeah,
if everyone would just understand that, we'd be better off. We'd be okay. We'd be rolling along. We wouldn't have chronic pain.
Yeah, I used to have a stand-up desk too. I requested one because I said, oh, I'm sitting too much. And then my therapist said, oh, the sitting is the new smoking. All my patients complain about sitting.
Yeah.
But she never gave me, I would say, can you give me something to do? I want to fix my posture.
Right.
And she would do it in the physical therapy place with the machine with the bands.
Yeah.
And then she'd give me like 2 things to do, and then that would be it. And I'd be like, well, my knees hurt sometimes and this hurt. And she would just like you'd get no, it was like there was no,
Yeah, there's no understanding because they're not trained to do it. But what was the result? How did the stand-up desk work for you?
yeah, they would say things like, well, it's all mechanical with you.
No, but what happened? You ended up getting the stand-up desk. So were you able to stand 8 hours a day?
No, I couldn't stand. And then I used to go to a chiropractor and he would say, like I said, I told you on the phone, I would tell him what was wrong and he'd go, well, maybe it is that. And then he would change. He's like, well, sitting, people are more sedentary now with COVID. So where are you sitting? On your living room couch? Yeah, that's probably the problem.
So go spend $10,000 to get another couch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I tell them more than what's, because I always look at research. I got your book and I'm like, well, this one, and it's like, well, no, you have, your back's not good and it's mechanical with you, and maybe we should get an MRI. Let's use science.
Ah,
Oh yeah. So when I didn't have pain, the MRI didn't change in the last 30 something years.
right,
So when I didn't have pain, the stroke, it was still there.
right, of course. Because it has nothing to do with your pain. It's independent. It's like saying, how about the 60, 70, or 80-year-old that has a wrinkle in their face? That's a structural abnormality. And
Right.
they have pain while they have a wrinkle. So why can't I say having the wrinkle is causing their pain? What's the
Right.
difference between that and arthritis? A wrinkle and
Right.
arthritis. What's the difference? Nothing. It's identical. They're both structural variations that are independent of the cause of pain. They exist due to aging, wear and tear, things like that everybody has. It has nothing to do with whether you have pain or not. So what's the shock when it's found when you happen to be in pain? You'll find it when you're not in pain too. What's the difference?
Right. And they would always say it's muscular though with me. They'd say it's muscular. And I said, I know it's muscular. I know it is.
Right. Which muscles and how do I fix it? That's all you wanted.
That they can't answer.
That's right. Because they're not trained.
No.
All right, try your last set on the right side. Come on, crush this sucker. That looks good. I think you got this one down now. Real nice. Nice job. That's 10. Good job. How's it feel?
Good.
Feel like you're working pretty good with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, stand up now and show me your side. Let me see what that looks like. Put the camera back up there and let me see you stand to the side, your left or right shoulder. Let me see what that is. Let's see if you suck your shoulders back at all. Turn. Let me see the right shoulder. No, don't turn. Don't turn. Turn your body. Turn your whole body so your right shoulder's facing it. Turn 90 degrees to your left. Turn your whole body. Keep going. Keep going. Stop right there. There you go. Okay. Just stay there a second. Hold on. Turn like 2 or 3 degrees more to your left. Just a little bit more. Right there. Stop. Right there. Good. Okay. You want to see something freakish, man? Want to see something really freakish? I'm going to send these to you. I swear, did I make this up? I didn't make this up. I just took a picture of you, right? This was your original picture.
Okay. Wait, let me get my glasses.
Yeah, get your glasses. You're going to freak when you see this. This is some crazy ass shit. All right, that's your original picture. Ready?
Wow. Oh my God. I could actually see a difference for once.
It's
Ever.
clearly. Is that shocking?
That is
Here
shocking.
you look like you're looking down at the floor. Here you look like you're looking forward.
Wow.
That is some freakish ass shit right there, man.
Wow, that is, I've never been able to see a difference with anything. Like just with those little exercises.
The lower trap, because it pulls your shoulders back and down. That's what it does. So it's going to pull your head back with it. One exercise.
Wow.
That is cool stuff right there, man.
Wow.
That's good shit. All right. Next, you think I get excited about this a little bit?
I am very excited because like I said, I've been on a quest for probably my whole life with this.
You know what would be awesome, man? What I should try to do is I got these pictures, and if we were to go just 2 more months, I take a picture in 4 weeks from now, I take a picture in 4 weeks after that. I bet you we could show a psychotic transformation.
Oh, I hope.
And I would use that. And I'll use that in a post of some sort, before and after.
Okay.
2 months post. That would be awesome. All right, watch. Now I'm gonna, in the middle, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna make the knot. Make sure you make this like pretty thick, because we don't want this coming out. So maybe like make it like 3 knots, just to make sure it's not gonna come out of the door. So I got this big thing in the middle here. Then I'm gonna put that thing through the top of the door. So now I have 2 handles coming out of the top of the door, okay?
Okay.
All right, you set that up like that, and then I'll show you how to do the exercise.
I have it.
By the way, there's a strong suspicion that if you fix what we're about to fix, it probably will stop that stuff that was happening in your butt anyway. Because I think if we just fix your posture in the entire upper body, it's probably going to stop that pain that was in your butt anyway. Because what's happening is you're just getting farther and farther forward. And now instead of the load just being absorbed in the lower trap region, now it's in the hip region. So as I suck you back, there's going to be very little that you're going to have to absorb even in the gluteal region. So that might just stop from fixing this anyway.
Okay.
So let's just try to get these 4 exercises perfected and maximized.
Yeah.
And then in 4 weeks, we'll see where you are. I mean, if you're still having the butt pain, I'll examine it and I'll make sure I can figure out what muscles have to be strengthened there. But this might just make it go away anyway. So let's just see. All right, watch. I'm going to grab the 2 bands. I'm just going to do it off to the side so you can see me. But you're going to be just like this. But I'm going to just be like this, just so you can see.
Okay.
So same thing now. Same thing. I'm going to be leaning all the way back in that chair. Right? My butt's all the way forward. I'm leaning all the way back. I'm going to turn my hands in. I'm going to draw my elbows back at the height of my shoulders until they're in line with the line of my shoulders. So I'm just pulling I'm not grabbing. The hands aren't moving. The elbows, I'm pulling back from my elbows. Just the elbows are going back. And you notice that when I pull from my elbows, my arm is following. So the forearm is a continuum of the band. So when I'm done, I made a triangle. When I finish this exercise, I've made a triangle. Okay? So you're going to feel, as you're pulling back, you're going to feel those shoulder blades squeeze together.
Okay.
You're going to face it straight on. I was just off to the angle to show it. Face the door directly on.
Camera in front of me?
Huh?
Should I put it?
You got it. Yep, you're right. Sit in the chair.
In front of me so you can see?
Oh, no, to the side, the way you had it. Oh, right
Like
leg
this?
off to the side. Right there. Perfect. Yep. Good. That's perfect.
That's okay?
Move the chair back just a little. Just a little. Right there. Good. Okay. Grab the bands. Now move your butt all the way to the front of the chair. Lean all the way back. Good. Just like that. Turn your hands in to face each other. Now draw your elbows back at the height of your shoulders. That'll go. Yup. Until you feel that shoulder blade squeeze together. You got it. Now come back up. That's it. That's it. Good. Don't let those elbows drop. That's it. Good. 7, 3 more. Keep those elbows up. That's nice. 8, but relax those hands. You're just drawing the elbows back. The movement is the elbow being pulled back. There you go. The hand is relaxed. 2 more. That's it. Now you got your triangle. You can see that triangle. Good job. How's that feel?
Good.
You feel those shoulders getting sucked back?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if I said, could you do an 11th or 12th? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Could you do 15 or 16?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to grab a little bit higher on this next set. Don't go yet. Wait a minute. But your technique looks good.
It's like 40 seconds,
Huh?
45 seconds around.
You wait a minute in between each set.
Oh, a minute? Okay. All right.
You got to let that lactic acid deplete so you have all your muscle mass available.
This one I was always trying to do, or I used to take, when I was at work, I had the band that's connected, and I used to do this throughout the day, try to draw but it didn't, I think it did anything.
But again, that's just a stretch. You're not causing the muscles responsible for keeping the shoulders back to get stronger. That's what's different. I'm going to do exactly what we need to do to strengthen the muscles, to correct the posture, to create and maintain proper posture.
Yeah, I never thought it was possible to correct it, because I'm like, how am I going to get rid of this? Like, it's like I've had.
Yeah, but look how just one exercise. Look at the difference already.
Yeah, I know, and it's the first thing I notice on everybody is their back, their posture.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you look at it because you think of it in relationship to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna transform. You're gonna be completely. You'll be just like it's gonna look perfect when you're done.
It's not hereditary, right?
There's no such thing. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
They say that too. Well, if your parents.
Lots of people say lots of things, but let me ask you this: your parents had 2 eyes, so having 2 eyes is hereditary, right?
Right.
Your parents had a nose, didn't they? Oh well, I guess that's hereditary. Because something can be seen in large groups of population doesn't make it hereditary. You need to be able to have a variation, multiple variations. You could have blue eyes, you could have brown eyes, you could have green eyes, you could be 5 foot, you could be 6 foot, you could be 9 foot. There has to be mass variation. Pain is not a variation. You either have it or don't have it. And clearly, it's based on your environment, what you do, how much you use, just like arthritis. Arthritis is the resultant. It's not a cause, it's a symptom of weakness or imbalance. If you have weakness or imbalance, you don't allow the forces to run through the entire joint, causing portions of the joint to take load it's not designed to, which causes a wearing down of the joint surface, initiating arthritis. So when someone says, "Oh, I love it," people say this to me. My mother had arthritis. My father had arthritis. So it's hereditary. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your mind? Don't you think there has to be at least a theoretical basis to your statement? Everyone is willing to say anything, because in the magical world of today, if you say it, it's real. If you say it, it's real. I'm a woman. Oh, well, okay, I guess you're a woman. You're 215 pounds, 6 foot. You can squat 425 pounds, but you're a woman. I said so. Oh, okay, yeah.
And what is that saying? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah, I really happen to think that's so true. And what's happened is that you've had this reversal. Yes, there's no question saying things that are unjust is bad. But now accepting anything that's said as just is just as bad. Just
Yeah.
saying it and because someone says it means it's true, that's insanity. It doesn't mean anything. What I want everyone to understand is that whatever's said, stop for the moment and say, is there a theoretical basis for this statement to be true? Don't tell me about the 35 people that have so you know, you hop on one leg and suddenly you don't have back pain. Right? You hop on one leg and you don't have back pain, right? And you convince 1,000,000 people to try it, and 7 people don't have back pain anymore. So each one of them is going to come to me and they're going to say, it's true. It's true. Hopping on one leg resolves back pain. Every one of those people will say that, right? So the first thing you have to say, and they're sincere, right? They're sincere. They believe it. It happened to them. So the first thing you say is there a theoretical basis for the statement? Well, hopping is an activity. And if there is weakness or imbalance of muscle, doing an activity doesn't resolve the weakness or the imbalance. So theoretically, it can't be true. Therefore, I'm not saying it didn't happen to you, but if I took 1,000,000 people and asked them to hop on their single leg to make their back pain, I can assure you that in the vast majority, they're not going to have it happen. Right?
Right.
Now, because one person says something happened to them doesn't make, first off, do you know how many people the placebo effect actually contains? So, you know, the story, right? You can take sugar water and if you think it makes you better. Do you know what they've measured? The percentage of people who actually fall into the placebo effect does work. It's 20 to 30% of the population.
Wow. I believe
In
it.
any single thing. Can you imagine that? In anything. I say the sky's purple. The purple sky makes you feel better. 20 to 30% of the people will feel better thinking that the sky's purple.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid people. They believe anything. They believe anything.
It's progressed. It's progressed because science has been diluted now to this idea that you don't require any rational means of saying something. You just have to say it, and everyone has to, you know, the shit that comes out is so stupid. You know, you had that Me Too bullshitty thing, right? So every time, it used to be where if a woman suggested that she had been raped, no, she brought it on herself. Now it's the reverse. Oh, if a woman says it, you must accept it. Well, what about the concept of evidence? Does evidence play a role in any of this? Neither of those positions are valid. They're foolish. They're stupid. They don't make any sense. The only thing that's real is evidence. What is, not opinion. What is. Now, you could go through the process of finding,
results count.
Yeah. So you go through the process of finding evidence, and if you find the evidence to say it happened, it happened. If you don't find the evidence to say that, or you find the evidence it didn't happen, then you say that. Maybe you don't find enough evidence to say it one way or the other. But you got to do that process. You got to do the process. Shut up. Don't talk. Go through the process. When we're done with the process, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
That is the essence of how everything in life should work. That's the scientific model.
I agree.
Nothing works that way. Nothing works that way. This is this bullshit we've gone to now, where just say anything and everyone is supposed to accept it as real or true. Or my idiot brother just sent me something yesterday and said, I know you're not pro-vaccine, but I saw this and I thought it would make you change your mind. And it was something I wouldn't even open it because I just saw it said something about personal trainer.
I won't either.
Personal trainer who didn't want vaccine, something happened to him. So I said, I have dedicated the last almost 3 decades to developing the theoretical basis as to how to properly diagnose the cause of pain, treat the cause of pain. Clearly, at this point, you should assume I am a logician. I only understand evidence. What is the evidence that you should get a vaccine? What is the evidence? Let's just call it fact. Well, you have to start with this initial premise. There's two primary things you want to understand. This is where you could end the discussion very quickly. Number one, prior to the coronavirus, did the general population believe that their immune system protected them and kept them from dying? Did the general population believe that they had an immune system and it protected them? Yeah, everybody did, or else everybody stayed in their houses. No one wore masks prior to the coronavirus, correct? Nobody wore masks. So there was this general understanding that you had an immune system and its intent was to protect you, right? So we have that as a baseline, a foundation. Prior to the coronavirus, we all agreed we had the immune system. Okay, so if we accept that, then going and looking at the coronavirus, what have we surmised about our immune system? Does it in fact work against the coronavirus? Well, what is the survivability rate under the age of 70? 99.95. 99. That's the CDC's point. 5 out of every 10,000 people will die. 5 out of every 10,000. Yeah. It's dramatically less than the flu. It's dramatically less than being struck by lightning or being stung by a bee. So all you need are those two facts.
Yeah.
You accepted that the immune system worked prior to it. The survivability rate of COVID is 99.95, indicating that the immune system clearly works for that, or else it wouldn't be 99.95.
Right.
So what's your problem? Why should I get a vaccine? I just need you to explain it.
Because there's a lot of sheep. They all
Yes,
follow.
that's the essence of it. So the average person doesn't do what I do. The average person doesn't stop and think logically. And everything that's said, I don't care if you're Fauci, I don't care who you are, just answer that point. Prior to COVID, did the general population believe that you had a functioning immune system and it protected you? And the answer is clearly yes, because the population never wore masks, never had any problems, even during the SARS-2 thing that happened in 2017, even during the Zika virus, right? Never had a problem. You assumed that your immune system would protect you. So what do we know about the immune system's ability in COVID? Survival rate, 99.95 under the age of 70. Clearly, it works. End of story. End of story.
Yeah.
If you want to get a vaccine, I'm not stopping you. I don't. Hey, God bless you. Everyone has. But stop trying to convince me through some stupid story about someone that you think was trying to impress people that they were healthy because he was a personal trainer and ended up with a having to being the whatever it's called, where they got the thing down their throat, right? The intubated, right?
Yeah.
So you have to recognize. Do you know what actually kills people? It's not the virus. The virus doesn't kill people. It is a hyper exaggerated response from somebody with a weak immune system. They produce so much mucus, so much waste product from trying to attack this that you end up suffocating yourself and killing yourself. That's why you got to get into it, right?
Fear.
What's that?
It's all fear. They're
right.
Fear-based.
Right. That was the intent, right? So if somebody ever says to me, "Oh, did you hear about that person? They died. They were healthy." Well, you just went against the premise that, by definition, they couldn't have been healthy. They could only die from an over-exaggerated a weakened immune response. That's what kills people. And any doctor will tell you this is true. Now, I forgot what they call that thing. It's a blast of terrible. It's a change in the
Yeah.
mucus mucosal lining of your pulmonary system. You develop mucus and all that. It's the I forgot what the word is that they use. There's a phrase for it, but it's only the result of someone who has a weakened immune system. So by definition, a healthy person couldn't die from coronavirus. There's no such thing,
Right.
which ergo feeds into 99.95% survivability.
Yeah, the people that died, they're not telling you, were probably the people that were not healthy or they had something wrong with
They
them.
had to. They had
They're
to.
not healthy
Now,
people.
I'm going to give you an example of a situation where I could die due to my immune system. I have a severe allergic response to cats. I could die. I actually get what's that called? Anaphylactic response.
Yes.
So my
anaphylactic
lungs,
shock.
my bronchioles close up and everything, right? Why does that happen? Because I have a hypersensitivity to cat, and my eosinophils, the white blood cells associated with allergic response, produce too great a histamine response. And the histamine response is what closes my lungs.
Right.
Right? So, do you think the answer is should we just kill all cats?
Yeah.
Should
Right.
we just kill all the cats so that I don't have to worry?
Right.
Should we make it so that you should never have a cat? Because maybe I might come and see you one day?
Right.
Is that the Or should I be responsible and make sure I just don't go near cats, which is exactly what I do?
The same premise. Yeah, it's the same thing.
The same exact premise. It is a hyper response of a poor aspect of my immune system, which could cause an overwhelming response and kill me. It is my responsibility to know that and not put myself in a position to allow that to happen.
Right. Right. Exactly. Take care
It's
of your
not
health.
your responsibility.
Right. Take care of your health. Do the right thing. Know your body, and then you don't have to worry.
So if I knew that I had a cardiovascular condition or I had an immune response problem, I would isolate myself in the house. This is the part that's so sick. This is the part that's so sick. Everybody else who has, like me, who has a healthy response, should be out there touching each other, coming in contact with each other, breathing each other's air. Because what will happen is we'll all get the virus. Our immune systems are so strong, we probably won't even know we get it. We'll all develop antibodies, and eventually there's no place for the virus to go to, and it dies, it ends.
Right.
You listen to any real virologist, they have said irrefutably that the prolonged nature of what this has been by the attempt to isolate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's what it's meant to do. Right.
They're
Exactly.
responsible for sustaining it, not the person that doesn't get the vaccine. They are. By doing these masking, by doing the isolations, the lockdown, you incited it.
There is a woman on Facebook. Well, I have two of her books because I have hyperthyroidism.
Yeah.
She's got a protocol that she does because she had lupus and she cured herself. So it's a smoothie. It's greens and flaxseed and all that.
Yeah.
And I have been doing it for a while, and my numbers in my thyroid have come down.
Good.
But she did a real screwed up thing on her Facebook page. It's a smoothie shred group. She told everybody that she was away from her mother for a year because her mother and her both didn't get the vaccination. Now they got it. Everybody on her Facebook page is not following her. They're like, why would you put that in your body? You said that you had lupus when you were 15 years old and you cured yourself, and for 14 years you haven't had it, and now you put, like, she's contradicting herself. So now everybody's like, I'm not going to even listen to her anymore.
Wow.
It's crazy.
She really just accepted the fear.
Yeah, she said, well, I've done all my research. And
fear.
people were like, you didn't do your research. You didn't. She's like, and that's how I feel. My mother's 88. She had cancer 4 times. She's had numerous health issues. she buzzes around her complex like you think she's in her 70s. She's like, I am not taking this ever, and I'm not staying away from my children and grandchildren. She said, I'm not. I've lived this long. She says it's all bullshit.
By the way, so this was another point. Is the only two choices regarding this not having a vaccine or getting a vaccine? Is that the only two choices you have in terms of what you could do? Or are there therapeutics? There are therapeutics. There's hydrochloroquine. There's a bunch of them, Rezafin or something like that. There's multiple numbers of medications you can take. Trump took it. There's multiple medications you can take upon finding out you have it, and within 3 to 4 days, you're done. It's over.
Right.
So I don't understand. Why do you want to promote the vaccine? Why is it all or nothing? No vaccine or vaccine. How about I just live my life, and if I happen to get it, I try the medications first.
Right.
Why not that? And if you're so pro-vaccine, right now there's one for shingles. Get that. There's one for pneumonia. Get that. There's one for herpes. Get that. Every time they come up with a vaccine, I better hear you're getting the vaccine. Because you're pro-vaccine, because your answer is, well, better safe than sorry. Okay, then get every fucking vaccine that exists. I want to hear you getting every vaccine.
And they're going to keep giving them. Now they got to get a booster.
Yeah, forever. This is going to go on. They're going to try to do this forever. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But the point is, and anyone who is even remotely smart would say, aren't there places where people haven't gotten vaccines? Kids are in school all the year. Yeah, Florida.
Yeah.
There's been no rise, no death toll counts, nothing. Zero.
No.
Nothing. I live here. I've been here for the full 2 years. I've never worn a mask other than when asked to in a store. And now the big box stores don't even ask you to wear it anymore in Florida. You could go into Walmart, Target, anywhere. You don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah,
so
you
I
can't.
don't
You
know
don't
what's
have
the
to wear a
problem.
mask
Where's the
either in the stores, but the doctor's offices, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, it's all made up. It's just political. So if you haven't figured out that this is political, you're a schmuck.
Oh.
You're just a schmuck. You're just a scared little person. My brother is a great example.
It's sheep, and it's all about control. They want to control the masses, and that's what they're doing. There's a lot of
There's no doubt that's what it's about. You could see it. Look how things have played out in the last 8 months. You just left Americans in Afghanistan. You have fully opened the border, and anybody's allowed to come in. You have reduced the police so that there's absolute chaos in most big cities. You have raised taxes and increased inflation to destroy the economy. You have tried to control people through the COVID thing. You have tried to shut down schools so that people cannot live normal lives because they're forced to have the kids. What does all of that have in common? It's all about destroying society.
Yeah.
That's the commonality of it. It is all the different facets of the overall concept, which is to try to destroy the democratic lifestyle of America and try to force people interfering to where they'll say, I will succumb to whatever the government tells me. Clearly, they're not accidental that every fucking one of these things has happened at the same time.
I agree.
But it's about to turn. It's going to turn bad. What are the first indicators of it? Number one, the Supreme Court just overturned that law about having to wait in Mexico before you could come for asylum in the United States. That just got turned over. That is a stake in the heart of the immigration policy. Now, if Gavin Newsom loses in under 3 weeks, if Gavin Newsom loses the governorship in California, watch out. Watch what that means. If you start hearing about educational school boards having people thrown off of it because they're trying to teach the stupid bullshit, the theory, the whatever they call that race theory stuff.
Yeah.
You start seeing that happening before November 22, you're going to see a completely overrun of this socialist organization.
Mhm.
Everything's going to be taken back. Everything's going to be taken back. Everything, all the pipelines will be reinstalled. All the drilling will be reinstalled. All the bullshit about having electric cars by a certain date will be overthrown. It's all going to be taken away. All of it. And I think the indicators are right there. There was recently a congressional race, like in Texas, in a highly Democratic area. That got up 2 Republicans won there. It's gone too far. They went too far.
Yeah.
Just like they always talk about, they've awoken the sleeping bear. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah.
I really think this is going to be a massive, massive year coming up. It's going to be big. And there's a governor race in Virginia and another governor's race that are off in 2022. If those turn Republican, whew, it's over.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, do another set.
I agree.
Do another set of the left pull down. Yeah, yeah. Do another set. Grab higher up on it. Grab higher on the band. Let's get a little more resistance. There you go. Okay, here we go. Now lean back, butt forward all the way. Draw your elbows back. Hands facing in. That's it. That's it right there. There you go, right there. Good. Good. Looks good, man. One more. Oh, that was 10? Okay, good. How'd that feel? A little better?
Yeah.
This will work?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
good.
bad.
All right, take a rest. I'm just going to get a little more water. Hang on.
Okay. Charge this. I gotta get. I'm gonna get a thing on.
Wow. Cool.
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
This is gonna be awesome. So there's a magazine called What Doctors Don't Tell You. It's like sold in 20
I've heard
countries.
of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're apparently, this lady just saw this. They're having a back pain symposium. Congratulations. It says back pain, ask the experts. Hi, 4 of the world's leading back health pioneers who have helped thousands, right? So it's going to be this thing. The people that are in it, me, obviously, but then a schmuck who promotes this thing called the Agostino method. I can't wait to crush him. There's no use of progressive resistance exercise.
I have
So
a
my
Agostino
question
book.
to you is, if you acknowledge that the problem is muscular, and muscular by definition means weakness or imbalance, so there's a force deficit, how do you correct the force deficit? Where's the resistance part? Without the resistance part, how do you make a muscle stronger? So that's
I have his book. Yeah, his whole
he's
book.
a
I have
douche.
his
It's
book.
bullshit. It's worthless shit.
It's full like stretches. There's no resistance.
Right. That's
At
gonna
all.
be fun. Then there's some schmuck who's promoting experienced yoga teacher. Yoga is an activity, by definition, requiring groups of muscles to perform it. If there's a weakness or imbalance, how does yoga isolate the individual muscle to allow you to strengthen it back so that its force output is greater than the force requirement of the activities being performed? How do you do that in yoga? You can't. So
No.
I don't understand. How does that fix anything? And then lastly, there's a lady who promotes Feldenkrais, which is a really awareness through movement. Oh, I realize I'm moving incorrectly. So if I become aware of it, I'm going to move correctly. Well, why'd you start moving incorrectly? Because you stopped thinking about it? No, because there's weakness or imbalance. This is
There's
going
a
to
lot of books, and there's a million people on YouTube with posture expert.
Yeah.
A million. It's become
That's
like
where this schmuck, that's where this asshole with this Agostino thing is. This is going to be fucking rip roaring. They don't know what they just got involved with.
Now,
They have no idea what they just got involved with.
I got his book, and I'm like, how do you straighten your back with these? Do you lay on your back with your legs up? That's a static back.
Right.
And it's supposed to balance everything. And he says, lay there until your lower back hits the floor. It could take an hour, but it's not doing anything.
Right. So I treated people who have used it, and people tell me it's a book about this big, and you have to do postures like 3 to 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
What kind of psychotic concept warrants? I'd rather just be in pain than have to exist 3 to 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. What the fuck kind of stupid bullshit is that?
Who could do that?
Can you? I can't believe. I knew I was me plus 3 others, and I didn't know who they are.
Yeah, you're gonna have a ball.
This is gonna be a crushing, and I don't even have to attack them. I just have to point out facts. What is posture? I don't have to say it to him. I just have to say it to you. You've noticed that you have altered posture. Your shoulders up, you're in an anterior tilt, and you can see that that's associated with your pain. So you've acknowledged that the improper posture and the pain are symptoms of muscle weakness or imbalance. That's correct. We acknowledge that 100%. So how are you going to change the posture and the symptom? Well, you're going to have to change the force deficits that are associated with the weakness or imbalance. Well, how do you make a muscle increase its force output? You got one choice. You can only make it adapt to greater and greater resistances, thereby causing the muscle to adapt and grow. You have to do strength training. Without strength training, it is physically impossible to cause a muscle to get stronger. I'm not sure what planet you think you live on where that's not absolutely 100% true. This is going to be such a crushing blow. And all I have to do is let the idiots say what they want and not even talk to them and just say, let's make sure we understand facts. That movement and posture are subconscious, or else how could we eat and chew gum at the same time? How could you do that? Because if they're all conscious, how do I chew gum and then remember simultaneously how to eat at the same time? It doesn't even make any sense. Clearly, they're subconscious, also the culminations of the pulls of muscles. So improper posture and improper movement are the results of some sort of muscular deficit. I mean, this is going to be, holy shit. I don't know if they're going to try to cut my mic off. That's the only problem. But all I have to do, the way you have to do this is in a very diplomatic fashion. So you just wait your turn. You take notes. And when the person says something stupid, just take the note, wait till it's your turn, and just say, I just want to clarify a particular position that you can change your movement patterns by simply thinking about them. Well, all my point to that would be was, if that's true, then why did the movement pattern change in the first place? And what is movement but nothing more than the pulls of muscles, right? It's the culmination of the pulls of muscles. That's how you move, right? So if you limp because certain muscles aren't strong enough to allow you to not limp, right? You didn't choose to limp, I hope, right? So this idea that you can choose to walk better, to walk properly, so then are you implying that if that's your choice, then when you decided to walk improperly, that was your choice? Is that the point? I don't understand.
I mean, that makes no sense.
Why are you limping? If you could choose to walk normally, why aren't you chose not to walk normally? I mean,
yeah, that's what that implies, right?
They don't understand. I am a computer. My brain is a computer. I was taught by the age of 8, analytical thinking. I developed what I developed by my own ability of analyzing shit as I treated people. I would treat people, I get a result, then I'd have to go back and say, well, what was the theoretical basis by which that worked? So I could then create a theory going forward. I am nothing more than just a straight computer. That's how my brain works, every aspect. So this is going to be, holy mackerel. Oh my God. And if I'm lucky, hundreds of thousands of people see this. This is going to be fun. That's going to be good. Fun. All right, do one more set. Looks great. Keep it up. Boy, that looks good. Perfect form. Excellent. How's that feel?
Good. Yeah.
Well, you feel like your shoulder's getting sucked back, right?
Yes.
Looks
I do,
good.
actually.
Good. All right, I'm going to show you the next exercise. So we're going to work your rotator cuff now. Okay, so I attached it to the leg again. I just put it to the leg, okay? So now I'm going to come to near a door. So I'm going to put my elbow on the door. On the doorknob, okay? See it? I'm going to grab the band. I hold my elbow at 90-degree angle. My hand is pointing in. I'm starting with my hand just below elbow height. And I'm going to raise my hand to just above elbow height. So it's a small motion. And what you're seeing is, as this is going up and down, my upper arm is rotating. See that?
So you're bringing it up to like eye level?
You could say that, really about 20-degree angle above, maybe 10-degree angle below, 20-degree angle above parallel, okay? Not a super big motion. And you want to feel the motion occurring at the back of the shoulder. Okay, your elbow's too high. Go get a pillow. Sit on a pillow. We got to get you got to get yourself up a little higher. Go sit on a pillow.
Is that high enough?
That should be good. Yep. Now grab the band a little bit lower. Stop with your hand a little lower. Right there. There you go. Now go. That's high. Whoa, whoa, way too high. 20 degrees above parallel. That's all. Stop. Now go down. You got to grab up a lot lower on the band. You got no resistance at the beginning. There you go. That's it. Stop. Good. Just like that. Just like that. That looks good. Nice job. How's that feel?
Good.
Can you feel that working in the back of the shoulder?
I feel it, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, rest. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is gonna be some fun stuff,
You're gonna have a
man.
good time.
So I know everybody who knows me is gonna be contacting me and they're gonna be saying, be nice, be nice. I have to be diplomatic. And I think the way you be diplomatic is to not be confrontational. So when someone says some psychotic thing, just address the issue.
Right.
Just address the issue. Oh, that person says that you've not that. I just want to make I just want to make one quick point about the idea that people walk floating off the ground. The reality is that there is something called gravity, and gravity pushes you to the ground, and therefore the high probability most people would find that they actually touch the ground when they walk. I just thought it would be important to clarify what's real in the world, because the only way we're ever going to resolve pain is dealing with what the real forces are responsible for pain and what the mechanisms are to address those forces. Right there. Doesn't that sound pure scientific? Right? I didn't say anything negative to anybody. I didn't call them an asshole. That's the fear, is that I'm going to go berserker.
Right.
I have to make sure I stay straight science, which I win. Nobody has better science on this issue than me. Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody. So if I stay to the science, I will win this argument hands down.
Yeah. No, Agoscu has a story that he got hurt when he was in the service.
Correct.
That's his story. And then he
Correct.
says that he started doing these exercises.
Correct.
But I always said, I don't feel like I started doing them, and I was like, but how is this helping?
Correct. And
You
yet
don't
you
feel
did one exercise. You did one of my exercises, appropriate exercises for correct muscle using correct resistance, and you saw an instantaneous change.
Yeah. Yeah. His, you have to do like 10 exercises, and it's like an all-day thing. It's not even logical.
This is going to be hysterical, man. All I have to do is say, listen, you've got a choice of what you want to do to make yourself better and resolve your pain. Me, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, you do 3 to 4 exercises. You just keep pushing your resistance up. You get better. You want to spend 3 to 4 hours a day every day? God bless. Good luck. I think I would rather choose 3 times a week, maybe 45 minutes at a pop, doing 3 to 4 exercises. Your choice. I mean, it's going to be so easy to crush these.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know how people, I don't get it.
This is my dream. This has been my dream forever. What I really want to do is get a neurologist, an orthopedist, a podiatrist, a rheumatologist, all against me. I want a one-on-one, man. Who knows? Maybe this will incite it. Maybe this is the thing that'll incite it.
I've went to many neurologists, and they're all like, "Oh, you got cervicogenic headache. Here's a muscle relaxer, and here's a pain pill."
What does that diagnosis mean? What's the diagnosis mean? What do those words mean? Cervicogenic. You know what that means? What is that word? Break the word down. It just means that the cause of your pain is somewhere in the cervical region.
Right.
That's not the cause. That's my symptom. My symptom is in the cervical region. That's the cause has to be a tissue.
I had a neurologist once say to me, because I used to worry because the headaches were so bad. I'm like, oh my God, I got a brain tumor. I'm gonna, because they were incapacitated. And I was like, I went through the MRIs, all that. And I had one neurologist say to me, I'll never forget, because he made me hysterical crying. He was like, well, I'm not God. He goes, you need to get an MRI. And I said, I thought you said you weren't worried. He goes, well, now I am.
Oh my God. Wow.
And he goes, I can't give you a new neck.
Wow, that's scary, man.
What?
That guy should not be practicing.
And my father was like, don't talk to my daughter. You got my daughter so upset.
Wow.
I can't give you a new neck, he says to me. He goes, and I don't know if I can help your headaches. I'm not God. I said, well, if you were, I'd expect quicker results.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
And I suffered so bad. And all they did was, well, maybe your ponytail's too tight. I had a doctor tell me that. He goes, I'd rather it be something easy than, I'm like, my ponytail.
Nice science. Nice scientific
really scary.
result.
And now I know why people go on this merry-go-round for years. I used to say, how could it take somebody so long? But it happened to me for like 13 years.
Yeah.
Doctor to doctor. Here's a pill. Here's pain pills. Here's Furacid. Here's muscle relaxers.
Crazy.
It's your neck. It's your back. And we can't fix that. So,
it's crazy.
It's so horrible what they do to people.
All right. Try another set. Do another set.
Oh, okay.
Just the way you did it. That was perfect. Not too high. That's it. Beautiful. Rest.
Yeah, I felt it.
Good. Take a rest. We'll do one more set on that side. Then just the other side. Then we got one more exercise and you're done. It's amazing. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, and I guess it's the height of the summer, Every day are massive, massive thunderstorms.
Oh, really?
Man, I don't ever remember it. I've been here for 5 years. I don't remember the rain being this severe.
You were in Farmingdale when you were in New York?
I had my practice there, yeah, for 15 years.
I wish I would have known back then. See you find out.
Yeah. You go to that shithole place on Merrick Road, man. That's off the water there. What was it called? What'd you tell me it's called? Like Precision or something?
Oh, yeah.
What a dump.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of bad places.
It's amazing how, and ultimately this is what it comes down to, is that all of these practitioners just don't know what they don't know. They have no idea that they've never really been trained appropriately to identify the cause of pain to resolve it. And so they get these mediocre results and they are willing to accept those. That blows my mind. That blows. I have dedicated almost 3 decades to perfecting this so I could be in the upper 90 percentile of success. I mean, it's just unlimited. Unlimited.
I would think as a practitioner, they'd get no satisfaction. If it was me, I'd want to help people. So I would feel like I'm not doing anything for them.
I think
Like,
that what
that's how I
happens is,
feel.
just as human as it is in human, I think you just block it out. You just say, hey, I'm just doing my job. This is what
Yeah.
I'm trained to do. And, you know, for many of them, I'm sure they say it's the patient's fault. I'm doing a perfect job. I'm doing exactly what they need. It's their fault. They're not responding to my perfect treatment.
Right, exactly. It's the patient's not doing what they're supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's.
You're the one with the symptoms. You're the one with the symptoms. And the problem is you're not responding to the person on the outside's treatment. I mean, it's really funny if you think about how illogical this shit is.
Bad. It's bad. They just don't know what they're doing. Because you never get better. You come back, and they also don't look at it as a whole body. They look at it as, okay, it's just your neck.
Crazy, man.
Okay, you got a bad neck.
It's crazy. It's.
Or if I used to lay on the table and say, yeah, your head wants to go to the left. Okay.
I'm telling you, man, the end is coming. Things like this are going to be thrown in front of me, opportunities like this, and it's only going to make awareness of this get bigger. By the time that's done, any person who had Feldenkrais, Egoscue, or yoga, I guarantee you will be demanding the yacht study.
They should. It just, at the very, very minimum, it just makes sense. You know, like.
Oh, you mean that you have to have a theoretical basis before application? What you do has to at least, on theory, first make sense before you try to utilize it? Wow. Oh my God, wait a second. I think that's at the forefront of the way the scientific model works. You have to come up with a hypothesis. Then you have to test your hypothesis. Then you have to show that the hypothesis can be done over and over again. It's reproducible. That's science. That's how all aspects of sciences work. Yeah. Why is it different now? Why doesn't that matter? Why doesn't everyone demand it? Demand it. Demand it. I demand it. I win. I have the theoretical basis. I have the application basis. It is completely reproducible. I got everything. I got it all.
Crazy.
This is going to be some crazy, crazy fun, man. That's all I can say. I'm gonna have a good time. You got one more on that side, and then you got to do the other side.
Can I do another one?
Yeah, you got. This is your third set, and then you're done.
So there's 3 on each side.
Yes. Yep. See, I think you got the technique now. Really good. Nice. Okay, switch to the other side. Nice job, man. This is looking really good. Looks good, man. Really, really good. How's it feel?
Good. I
You
can
feel it
feel it.
working in the back of the shoulder?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Looks good. Good technique.
Good. I'm
So-
good. I knew, I said I looked, I was looking at the book and I'm like, I hope I'm doing this right. Then I watched I always watch your videos. So I
Yeah.
saw you doing this one and I was like, okay, that one I think I'm doing right. But you have to do it like this.
Yeah, I think now you'll have this. You can perfect it. And I just want you to always think about what is the job? What is you're gonna do? Today you're gonna do the exercise. So what's the job? Keep trying to go from a set resistance level, a specific resistance level with an exertion level of 8. I'm constantly trying to get stronger until that same exact resistance level feels like a 5, which then allows me to progress the resistance by grabbing 2 inches lower on the band to do the exercise, which brings it back to an exertion level of 8. Then I'm going to stay with that resistance until my muscle adapts, gets stronger, goes down to an exertion level of 5. Then I'm going to increase the resistance again. That's your job. Your job isn't to do exercises. Your job is to increase resistances when appropriate. You want to look like an animal. You want to look like you're sticking your chest out intentionally with your shoulders back and your head back. Beat the shit out of these muscles until they're so strong they do that for you. That's
Yeah.
your answer.
That makes sense. Not laying on the floor with your legs up like.
That is go get. This is probably the stupidest thing this guy has done. Is come on to something where he can be put against somebody else.
But he's got these clinics all over the world where he
No
has
shit.
Agascu practitioners showing people what to do.
No shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one on Facebook.
It's
a
gonna.
lady.
This is gonna. I'm gonna
She
kick the
said
shit out
only
of
to
this
the
thing.
posture experts.
This idea of coming against me is maybe the worst thing anyone can do for themselves.
Yeah, you're right. Because they're gonna walk away look like complete idiot. They're gonna be like, he's right. This makes sense.
Everything I say has been so filtered through a logical prism. I defy anybody to say anything I say is even remotely wrong. I have been conditioned. I have been trained mentally for these types of opportunities. I am a logical machine.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
You can't argue with logic. I mean, if you explain it to any person, they should be like, yeah, muscle gets stronger, and this way, if I am sitting at a desk all day, it's not going to hurt because I have muscles strong enough to hold me.
Thank you. You just said it. It's not, oh, I've got to change the way I sit. It's not, oh, I've got to get some adaptive equipment. It's beat the shit out of your muscles so I can do what I want to do. End of story. You just said it. That's it. You just described it perfectly.
That's it. Yeah.
So the key is for me to be able to say that without doing what I just did. But then again, I'm not so sure that me going wacko is such a bad thing. I'm not really, to be honest with you. Wouldn't you, who are you going to want to go with? Some guy who talks in a monotone voice, who simply just says a lot of things, or somebody who's passionately trying to convince you they have the path to you? The only reason you're still in pain is because you haven't found the true mechanism to identify the tissue in distress and resolve the distress of that tissue. What are you looking for?
That's what I noticed with you. I noticed that with you, and that's why I said this guy's passionate about what he does. You could see it, and that's why I was like, that makes. And then when I heard what you said, I'm like, that makes sense to me.
I don't think I should ever change being who I am.
On the floor and put your legs up, and then 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes later, then do another stretch. What is that doing? You get up and your back hurts because you're laying on a floor.
This is gonna be incredible. This is gonna
This
be.
should be
This is,
recorded. I would love to see it.
oh, I gotta get a copy of this because I want it on every bit of my social media, man. I gotta get it. This is my dream come true. Me now. By the way, think about this. This is that Skogic bullshit, which, by the way, is considered physical therapy. He gets paid as a physical therapist. It's actually a part of physical therapy. The Agascu bullshit. He's
Right.
not doing this independently. You don't pay cash for it. You pay through insurance. It's physical therapy.
Right.
So he's doing his own kind of wacky thing relating to physical therapy. Then you have yoga, and then you have the Feldenkrais method. This stuff. And what do you have in fourth place? A guy, one singular. A singular guy against all these established methods. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is gonna be fun. I don't know how long she plans this going on, but I hope she's looking for a good 3-4 hours. I don't think they understand. I could go 3 days straight. They don't understand how far I'm willing to go with this thing.
Well, people should know that it's terrible. I mean, you got to also use your head, but some people, like we said, they just follow. Oh, this looks easy. They go for the path of least resistance.
Yes. Another critical point. That's why people use that dog shit, because it's a bunch of postures. I'll do a couple of postures. Wow, isn't that easy? I'm asking you to do a resistance exercise with a technique that's very careful, very precise, and asking you to keep constantly trying to increase your resistance. That's a lot to ask of you. Unfortunately, it's all that you need to make yourself do what you want.
No, you might as well just get a needle in your arm. It's that quick. That's why they.
Exactly. All right, try another set. It's good, man. You got it. You're getting the concepts down. You've obviously been through a lot, which is sad to hear, but
Yeah.
But the one thing I can say in your behalf is that you've become quite knowledgeable.
I do my research.
I was going to say, I think you are a fantastic advocate for yourself.
And you have to be, because there's a lot of morons that I've just had it with, people that say they can help you and then they don't.
Right. You don't.
I like, somebody tells me, I'll follow exactly what you tell me to do, and I'll stick. I'll be, that's how I am. And if it makes sense to me and it does, then that's it.
All right. That was, I think, 2 sets, right? I think that was 2 sets. All right, take a rest with one more set, and then I just got to show you a tricep.
So there's 4 exercises, right?
Correct. I got to show you one more.
Okay. Yeah, who can't do 4 exercises a day? I mean, people stay on their phones for hours. They can't get up and do. You don't have to get up. You're sitting.
So you got it. So you say, oh, it's just 4 exercises, right? But I'm asking you to do 3 sets. Well, one is with both arms at the same time. But basically, you're doing 3 sets on each side. You're doing it with a minute rest. But most importantly, you're working at a resistance level where you should feel like you're working, like you're doing something. So this could take you 45 minutes to an hour to do the 4 exercises. But boy, at the end of it, I bet you feel like you've done more with those 4 exercises than his 3 hours of sitting around, laying around, and doing some bullshit.
Yeah, laying on the floor, doing a floor twist where you turn your legs and you reach back to stretch your pec. I never felt any different. I never saw any difference.
You never will. You never will.
Yep.
Now there's a dude in Canada called McGill. I'm surprised they didn't go after him. Boy, he's another one. I crushed him with a particular guy. Another schmuck. Really wacky. He's got the super 3 postures.
Oh, no.
I'm
Another
treating
one.
this 21-year-old kid who's had pain in his back since he's 15. He's in Canada. And the last year he's had so much pain, he sleeps on the concrete floor. He can't even lay
Oh,
on his
my
bed.
God.
And he's going to doing this McGill dog shit. And he keeps going back to the practitioner and saying, I have to tell you, but I'm feeling worse. I'm feeling worse. They say, no, just keep going. Eventually it's
Oh, my God.
just keep going. It's gonna get better. So destiny arises. He puts a comment in Reddit. And at that time, I was going into Reddit for a couple of months, very small, 2 months maybe. I was going into Reddit, seeing comments about pain and trying to comment. I responded to him. We end up doing our first session. 4 weeks later, he tells me he is so emotionally distraught because his entire life has changed. He's now sleeping in the bed. He can now move around. 4 weeks later, he's going out of his house. It's been a few months now. He's doing the exercises. He goes and sees his girlfriend. He's back in college, doing courses off. He has taken his entire life back. He was worse than when he started with that McGill thing. He has fully taken his life back under my little
Wow.
stupid bullshit little.
That's awesome. That's great.
I will win this war any day of the week. If there's a band called Disturbed. If you ever want to hear the song, This Represents Me. Yeah, wait a second. See if I can get it on. This is the song that represents that I once heard, and I said, my God, this is my life. I got very emotional. I really almost started crying when I realized it. What is this? Skip that. How come it stopped playing? What's going on? Why isn't it playing? Somebody's playing in the mind of the one. Wait, hold on a second. Let me just get a picture. Cancel. Should be playing on my phone. Let me try a different one. Oh, I think I actually have it. Okay, I know what it is. Yeah, try one more set of that, and then we're gonna do the tricep. Oh, it's good. Okay. Oh, that's not playing. Why didn't it play on my phone? Oh, let me see if I can check this. Oh, there it is. I can. Got it. Okay. Every broken and unmovable, invincible, effortless, Yeah, is it? Whoop, what happened? Whoop.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. Hit the, try to get that, you gotta
You
get
can't see
the,
me. I can see you.
yeah, you gotta just hit the, again, the, whatever you did to get the video playing.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
There you
There you
go.
go. I just wanna, I want you to hear what the words are. So forever, you know, I've been alone doing this stuff. And so I've always seen it as a war, me against everybody else. You still there? Did I lose you?
With groceries this fresh, it's not just delivery, it's Kroger over delivery. Hey, it's Russ Rufino with Clients on Demand. You want to see what happens when we get about 20 of the highest paid coaches on the planet and put all of them.
You there? There you go. Just got to get the sound going now. The unmute or something, I think. Oh, it's coming. You're working on it. Almost there. Oh, it's not plugged in. She has to plug the phone in. Make sure your phone is plugged in. Make sure your phone's plugged in. Is your phone plugged in? Do you have the phone plugged in? You know, charging? If you can hear me, Wendy, make sure that your phone is charging. Oh, it's fine. It's a phone. Why should you have trouble? Unless it's not, it's got to be not charged. Oh, wow. What's going on? I see ya. It's not the hearing you yet. I think you usually just have to unmute it. Got it.
Okay,
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, good.
sorry.
That's
You know
okay.
what it
don't
is? I
worry.
have the air off in this room I'm in because I can't hear you with the air conditioner. So I
Oh.
put a fan because I think the room got too hot.
Oh, okay. Let me just read this really quick, and then I'll show you this last
Okay.
exercise. Imagine you as a sole, like military guy, and you think that you're in a war, okay? Listen to this. Another mission, the powers have called me away. Another time to carry the colors again. My motivation, my oath I've sworn to defend, to win the honor of coming back home again. No explanation will matter after we begin. Unlock the dark destroyer that's buried in me. My true vocation, and now my unfortunate friend, you will discover a war you're unable to win. I'll have you know that I become indestructible. Determination that is incorruptible. From the other side, a terror to behold. Annihilation will be unavoidable. Every broken enemy will know that their opponent had to be invincible. Take a last look around while you're alive. I'm an indestructible master of war.
That
That's
kid
just the
sent you
opener.
that?
Huh?
That kid sent you that?
Did what?
That kid sent you that?
No. This is a song that I heard and instantly felt like it was talking about me.
Oh
And my
yeah,
life.
that's perfect.
I have been alone fighting a war, and I've always, I've kept going because, to be very honest, I think I'm indestructible. I think my message, my understanding cannot be broken. It's so pure that it's always been about just getting enough people to hear it. And I think that the final stages of the war are about to occur. And I didn't choose to be picked to do this thing. They chose me.
Yeah.
I happen to be very, very close with them because I've proven myself worthy. So I believe that the end of this is about to come true.
That's perfect.
It's crazy stuff. It's crazy. Anyway, all right, let me just show you this real quick. Last one. So we're going to take the knot. We're going to take the end of the band. We're going to make the knot. How you feeling? You feeling good? Okay. So we got the knot. Now we're going to put it in the door about a foot over my head while I'm sitting. Okay. Just like this. So you got it in the door, the knot in the door, make a knot. Oh, you got that thing, yeah. Here you go. You're not going to be able to pull both sides. You're going to have to make a knot on one side. Like just make a knot right there and then just grab one of them. That's fine. Yep, that'll work. Just grab one of them. It's too much resistance too.
Yeah.
You're grabbing both handles. You got to grab just one. You've got two handles in your hand.
Let me just bring this closer because I can't.
Yeah. Just grab one of them, not two of them.
One, okay.
Yeah, you won't be able to, that's it. Okay. Now, your elbow is just above shoulder height, right in front of it. You're starting with your elbow less than 90 degrees. Right. Put your hand under your arm. And now you're just straightening the elbow just before you lock your elbow. Stop just before that. You don't have enough. That's right. There you go. That's it. And bring it back to 90 degrees, greater than 90 degrees. Here. Right now, straighten it. Good. Right there. That's it. You got it. There you go. That's it. Nice job.
And what muscle does that work?
That's working right here, the tricep.
Okay.
Did you feel that? You should feel that working right under your arm.
And the stretches are done every day?
Stretching, you can do as much as you want. You can do that. You can do it multiple times a day. The only thing, this is resistance. You're trying to grow muscle. So there's the breaking down of the muscle, then the healing phase. You can strengthen during the healing phase. Stretching is just lengthening muscles. You can do that as much as you want.
Okay. Is there a particular time of day the exercises should be done, or it doesn't matter?
I mean, the way I lift, I can't do it after 12 o'clock. I'm exhausted. I mean, this did for the way I lift. I always try to do it in the morning.
Mornings?
I
That's
think
how
you have to.
I would do mine in the morning.
Yeah. So try to eat something, a good carbohydrate meal, and then an hour to an hour after that, that's when you want to do your exercise.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. All right.
All right, try another set. Try to start with your elbow bent more. Bend your elbow more. There you go. Now start from there. That's it. Now you got it. Good. That's it.
Yeah, these are pretty. What was that?
Nothing. Did you say
Oh,
something?
I didn't get.
No.
Yeah, these are pretty easy.
Yeah, so make sure, move your chair farther away from the door and try to create more resistance. Grab farther up on the band.
Okay.
So move your chair farther out away from the door. Move it out more.
Farther than that?
Yeah, more. That's it. Now try and do the set. Try to get more resistance now.
They do another one? Or
Yeah, try the last set. Go ahead. Grab all the way back. Bend your elbow more. Bend your elbow. Bend your elbow. Now start there. That's it. You feel like you're getting a lot of resistance?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. How's that now? Now you're feeling it more?
What?
You're feeling it more now with the chair farther
Yeah.
out? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, move over to the other side. Do the other side now.
The other side?
Yep, and that's it. Then you're done. Yep, do the left side. You're done.
I did that side. That's on this side. Alright. No. It's going here. Wait a minute. I have to put it on that side,
No, can't you just move the chair?
right?
You can't just move the chair over? You don't have room?
So just move it.
Move the chair so now it's to the other side of the van. Move the chair this way.
This side?
Over to the other side, so it's near that lamp. Put the chair next to the lamp.
Oh, right.
That's it. There you go. Now you're set. That's it.
Wait. No, it's not. Oh, it's working.
There you go.
Oh, my
Look.
door is not cooperating.
How come it's not cooperating? You had it the whole time.
I don't know why it's not working.
Make sure it's in all the way. Really push it through more.
I'll use this door. I have
Okay.
another door here. Wait a minute.
All right.
I don't know why it's not working on there.
That's weird. It's been working the whole time. Well, that sounds good.
All right, let me bring the chair up.
You got to move your chair to the left more. Bring your
Move
chair
my-
away from the
move my
door and
chair
more
up?
to the left.
Move it up more.
Forward and to the left more. There you go. Okay, now. Now you got it. Your elbow has to be in front of your shoulder. There you go. That's it. You got it. Keep your elbow in front of the shoulder, right in line. Look, your elbow's out here. Your elbow's out here. Your elbow has to be right here, right in front. That's better. Now you're getting it. That's it. There you go. Got it.
Yeah, I can feel that.
You feel that working under here, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. Like I said, the only time I get back pain is if I stand too long and it's on the left.
Yeah, that's
side, 'cause
all gonna
everything's
go
like,
away. Don't worry about it.
back pain, I'm like, no, only if I stand too long, and that's the side that starts.
Yeah, that's all gonna be gone.
Yeah.
We're-
Because they're
we'll
weak. I
set
know
up-
that they're weak.
We'll set another appointment in 4 weeks, and I know for sure within that 4 weeks, you're gonna see a massive improvement.
Well, just that one picture, I have never seen anything like that.
That's good shit right there, man.
That's really like,
You
wow.
ain't gonna get that with the Agoscu bullshit.
Yeah, the static back. I can't believe how long you have to stay. And my back always hurt when I got off the floor. I'm like, my back is killing me. I couldn't even straighten up after laying on the floor like that.
It's such worthless shit.
And then when you go to physical therapy, they give you those clamshells to do for your glutes.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, that's not terrible.
This is all I want. I mean, I can't believe this has been thrust upon me. This is my dream, me against everybody.
You see, now you're gonna get your wish.
This can't get any better. This is gonna be butchery.
It's crazy.
This is gonna be fun. I gotta figure out, you know what? Just keep looking. That lady sent that, some lady sent that to me. I mean, it must have just come out. I'll post that thing, the announcement on Facebook
Yeah.
so that people could actually hear this or see this live.
Oh,
This
that
is
would be
good.
great. I can't wait. I would love to hear that.
Yeah, that'd be good. You could, hopefully you could comment. People could comment.
I'll comment
Ah,
because I've tried his method,
this is
and
gonna-
I know it doesn't do anything.
oh yeah.
He's got like 100 exercises in there. There's one for the neck, and then for the mid, the back. Then he's got the knees.
I've heard it. It's just postures. It's just different postures you do.
Yeah, he's a posture expert, supposedly.
Oh, he's a posture expert.
Yeah, and all the people that have the clinics and now the Facebook, they're also posture experts.
Oh my God. They've never been, no one's ever questioned the validity of it. So it just is allowed to perpetuate. Oh, this is gonna be awesome shit, man. It's gonna be
Terrible.
awesome shit.
He's got a book also called Health Through Motion, and it's stuff to do. He talks about carpal tunnel, desk ergonomics and stuff, and I'm like, I could.
This is gonna
Yeah.
be real fun. It's gonna be real fun. Yeah, try
Yeah.
another set. Try another set.
That was good.
Okay, take a rest. We got one more set.
When is this thing? When is the
Let me see when it says. I know it's in September. I just don't know when. Let me see if I can find it. September. It's Wednesday, September 22nd. It's 5 p.m. UK, 11 p.m. Pacific. 11 p.m. Oh, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
okay.
That can't be right. How could that be right? 5 p.m. UK, 11 a. Oh, 11 a. No, something's wrong. She wrote 11 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. ET. It's got to be a 3-hour difference. I don't know. Well, I know right now we're 5 hours back from the UK. So the 12 p.m. for us is correct. It'll be 12 p.m.
Yeah.
our time. Via a webinar, a Zoom webinar. Oh, what is this hosted by? This special live Zoom features leading Purdue will offer their proven methods. The experts will take you through live movement demonstrations, discussions, the groundbreaking, and answer your most pressing back pain questions. You will also receive the webinar recording, which is yours to download. I don't know how they're going to do it, but this is going to be a complete debauchery of these people. So I'm going to show you corrective exercises. Oh, is this going to be fun? To correct the postural issues. What does that even mean? Postural issues. Posture is not its own entity. That's like saying I'm going to treat pain. Pain is not an entity. Pain is a symptom. It is a signal of a tissue in distress. You can't treat the pain. You have to treat the tissue that's emitting the signal. You can't treat, what is posture? Show me posture. What is posture? There's no entity that is posture. Posture is the culminations of the poles of muscles, right? You can't fix posture. Posture is a resultant, right? It's a resultant of the poles of muscles. So you can't fix the resultant. You have to fix the deficit in the muscles that are creating the altered resultant.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of posture experts.
Can you imagine me saying this shit? How everyone's gonna say, holy shit, does that make sense?
Yeah, they're in for a treat.
This is gonna be some fun ass shit, man. Yeah, one more set. So it's September 22nd. So there's enough time. There's a month to just get the, I'll try to get it out the next week. So I'm going on these podcasts and so that you go on these podcasts to try to become a guest. And so there's an actual app. And that's just funny. I knew it was a mistake when I did it, but I didn't. So what else? So a guy has a podcast and it's about his method of how he resolves back pain. So he wants people to come on who have pain and he's going to magically figure out how to make them not have back pain. So I actually applied.
Oh no. Oh no.
To be a guest. And after that, I was like, oh shit, that was a mistake. Because I really didn't pay attention to it until after. So he just wrote, oh, that's too good. He's mad. He wrote, thank you for your approach. I am aware of your work, but I'm sorry to say it looks as though you haven't taken the time to acquaint yourself with mine.
Oh my God.
You know what? You know what really kind of pisses me off about all these people, and it really pisses me off about the planet, is that the attitude is, oh, you've heard this 1,000 times. Oh, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Now, I could probably use the back of a comb. I could use a carrot. I can use a napkin. I can use a razor. So if the question is there 1,000 ways? The answer is yes, by definition. But is there one most effective way? And if there's one most effective way, what the fuck am I wasting time with the other 999 ways?
Right.
So
Right.
Stop trying to give people a bunch of bullshit and say, well, it's okay because at least it's a way. No one gives a shit. Everyone wants their pain resolved tomorrow. So tell them exactly what's causing the pain. What is the tissue of distress? How do I resolve the distress of that tissue? And let's move on. That's what they want. That's what people are entitled to. So when that idiot says that, I have to laugh. I don't give a shit what your system is. If it doesn't have viability, get the fuck off the planet and stop wasting people's time and refer them to me.
That's right. It's terrible. They just keep a lot of people in pain.
That's all. That's, I hate to say it, but that's where this is going to go. That's where this thing is going to go when I'm in there.
Yep.
And it's just, and I assure you, people will be swayed by what I say. People will
Oh.
say, he's fucking right. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to just do shit for the sake of doing it. I want an answer now. How do I resolve my pain tomorrow in the most effective manner? That's
right.
what people want. That's what they're entitled to. It is
Yes.
their God-given right on this earth to be
That's
able to do
right.
what they want when they want in the
They
shortest
should be
period of
ashamed
time.
of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Well, the day of reckoning is coming. That's all I can say, and I'm all good with it. And so people will say, "Oh, you're not, be not." I don't want to be fucking nice. That's not my job to be nice. You like being in pain? You like going through this for these years? You think someone thinks that's fun for you? You should just appreciate the fact that others are out there doing shit. You tried that shit and it made your pain worse because there's no theoretical basis for it. And everyone should say, that's okay. At least she tried. Fuck that. Fuck that. You're entitled tomorrow to be out of pain. Be able to do what you want when you want. And if there is an absolutely exacting mechanism, everyone's entitled to that.
I agree. Absolutely.
So that's always going to be how I feel. That's why I'm so strong about this. And if I seem a little insane, tough shit. Listen to the science. Listen to what I have to say.
That's
And
right.
if it makes sense to you, then I would strongly suggest you follow it.
Everything else is just fluff and, oh yeah, go on my app and, that's
Bullshit, man. It's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful to people.
It is. It is.
If you don't know, and the reality is they're all in it just for the money. This Agoscu douchebag, clearly he's in it for the money. He just keeps putting shit out. It doesn't work. It's all bullshit. All right, let me see something. How do you feel?
Good.
Don't you feel better than you have in a while?
Yes. Yes. It feels looser.
Yeah, and you suck
loosen
back
up.
more. You suck back more, man. All right. All right, so if we make an appointment for 4 weeks from now, that's in the week of September 20th through the 24th.
Okay.
Is that okay for you, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Wednesday is the Thursday is the 23rd. You want to do like what time do you like?
Same time.
You want the
Is
1
good.
o'clock? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you in from at 1 o'clock. Okay.
On the 23rd, right?
Right, 1 o'clock on the 23rd. It's a Thursday. Thursday,
Okay.
September 23rd at 1 p.m.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to send this to you tomorrow. You're going to get something from WeTransfer. It'll be an email from WeTransfer, and it's going to be this.
Okay.
It's going to be a link. You're going to take the link. You're going to download it to your hard drive.
Okay.
And that's the way you're going to, every time you're going to do the exercise, you're going to watch this before it.
Okay.
I mean, watch it during other days just so you really understand what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But ultimately, all you have to do is just move the cursor along until you watch the exercise 1 or 2 times, then do the exercise with yourself so you know you're doing it correctly.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
You have any questions? You feel good?
Good. No, I'm good.
All right. All right. If you run into problems, you actually can reach me by the messenger. You have that. So if you have any issues, just message me.
Okay.
All right. All right, Wendy.
All right, Dr. Yates. Thank you.
That was good. You did a great job, man. You're really going to kick some ass. It's going to be big.
Thanks.
Well, we'll take another picture in 4 weeks, and I think it's going to be shockingly improved.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right.
All right. I'll
See you
take care.
soon.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.